What does the initial setup look like? Maybe Ashley, I'll throw it to you to speak to some of the Cellebrite requirements, and I can take what has to happen on the Relativity 1 side.
Yeah, so initially you are going to need to set up either Endpoint Inspector or Endpoint Mobile Now. Those products are going to have a setup that's going to have you determine, maybe which users are going to access it. And most importantly, since you're going to be doing most of your work through Relativity 1 Collect, you're going to need to set up an API connection to Relativity 1. So you're going to go into the settings and you're creating an API key set that then you will use to connect with Relativity 1 Collect. So once you've done that initial setup, we are going to be sending the data to Relativity 1. You will still have the choice to use Endpoint Inspector or Mobile Now outside of that connection, but those would require additional setup steps like storage locations. If you're going to send it over to Relativity 1, you're just going to need to make that connection between the two products. And once you have that API key, you're going to do the rest on the Relativity side. So I'll give that to Lindsay.
Yep, so it's connecting the dots at this point. You're going to have Collect installed in your workspace if it's not installed already. You'll need to create an OAuth 2 client, which will ultimately facilitate the data transfer of your mobile data from Cellebrite into Relativity 1 and help with the communication of like the collection status updates, which you saw in the demo as part of like the monitoring page. And then from there, you'll have the tile available in Collect as a data source where you'll ultimately be setting up connectivity using the client ID and secret that you get from the Cellebrite side of the house.